Rise above the ordinary with Blackbird Coffee from Combat Coffee Bean. Crafted for high flyers and go-getters, this smooth, rich blend is inspired by the legendary Blackbird aircraft, built for speed, stealth, and performance. Whether you're tackling a busy morning or powering through the afternoon, Blackbird Coffee keeps you sharp and ready for anything. Combat Coffee, a coffee with a mission. Order your Blackbird Coffee today at combatcoffeebean.com. Experience coffee at a higher altitude. That's combatcoffeebean.com.
Welcome back to The Morning Voice. You know, if there's one thing I love more than local news, and there aren't too many things, it's local coffee, right? Keeps me powered up from those late night restaurant shifts to an early morning radio show over here. How do you get it done? It's Combat Coffee Bean. We're lucky enough to be joined by the owner of Combat Coffee Bean, Mr. Dave Ravis. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming back on The Morning Voice. Lots of things have happened in the coffee business since the last time we got to meet and talk. Looks like there's been some pretty major changes in coffee tariffs, no?
Yeah, they've released the tariffs on coffee coming in from other countries and stuff because it's listed under an agricultural exemption. The problem we're running into is all the coffee we have right now, we have in our warehouse waiting to be roasted, so that's still tariffed beans. So prices probably will unfortunately not be able to come down very soon. With that being said, that we've got enough on hand to keep everybody supplied. And with prices being what they are, they're probably, hopefully, going to be coming down at the end of quarter one, quarter two of this year. So maybe late summer, we might be seeing a little bit of a price reduction.
Love it. Although certainly the tariffs are a polarizing political topic, I've been against tariffs on product that there isn't a domestic alternative to, right? As somebody that's in the Mexican food business, I can't get a domestic tequila. As somebody that sells coffee, right? You can't exactly get a United States grown coffee bean, correct?
No, there's nowhere in the United States outside of Puerto Rico and spots in Hawaii that you can actually grow coffee. So when you have people that say, hey, we're an American-made coffee, be a little questioning in that aspect. It's
American roasted. They could be roasted here, right? So tell me a bit about Combat Coffee Bean and what makes your product different.
Well, one of the things we like to tell everybody is we are internationally sourced and we are roasted right here in America. We are in aviation, military-based themed coffee because I am a firm believer that those that have served deserve the respect. So, and I love aviation. I'm not a pilot. Never claimed to be, but I just love looking at how aircraft are made and formed and how they actually get off the ground. But I also like ground equipment. So recently we've taken our Peruvian blend coffee and we have what we call the half track, which has got half the caffeine as normal coffee for those that can't handle or their systems won't handle the higher levels of caffeine. So it's made from Peruvian coffee, with half of it being full caffeinated coffee and the other half being decaf. So we've combined them and created half-track coffee, which has half the caffeine.
Wow, that's neat. And for some people looking to reduce their caffeine intake but still enjoying a delicious cup of coffee, that's kind of a nice middle ground over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hits like right in the middle for those that need a little pick-me-up, but they don't want the full charge of some of our more stronger coffees.
Where can our listeners go if they would like to buy Combat Coffee Bean in person?
Well, they can go online to combatcoffeebean.com or they can come out to the Foothills Community Markets. We're out there most Saturdays. And we do have a booth set up and we generally will carry 4 to 5 different types of coffee at every market that we have.
Very cool. Tell me a little bit about the One Veteran Foundation over here that Combat Coffee Bean is supporting.
Well, the One Veteran Foundation has been around for about 10 years. We have trained many service dogs for veterans with PTSD. If a veteran gets accepted into the program, then they go all the way through our program. At the end of it, when they pass their completion test, the dog is theirs for free. There's small costs involved where if they have to go to the vets or something like that, but we try to keep all of our costs down.
Wow, that's very cool. So how many people have you put through that program, more or less, in this one veteran foundation?
Well, recently my chairman went through and ran all the numbers, and we've had about 100 people put in requests, and I think we're somewhere between, honestly, it's a wide range. I don't keep that close of a track, but I think we're somewhere between 25 and 60, somewhere in there. He keeps track of all that for me. My team is phenomenal. They are all volunteer. They give of themselves because they believe in service above self.
And you've been doing Combat Coffee now for a couple of years? Like,
yeah.
This is like really a labor of love, right?
Yes, it's more of like my wife used to tell me I was the only person she knew that didn't drink coffee, and I told her I just don't drink bad coffee. So we started the Combat Coffee Bean about a year and a half ago. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary in July, and we will hopefully be looking at expanding soon. We did just sign a deal with Jarhead Honey. Go figure, a military guy doing honey, selling with a coffee company. And we will be having their honey out at the foothills markets. And so that if people want great honey that's cleaned, not overheated, not over pasteurized, not basically boiled out,
they can get that there, too, at the market with you. One more time for our listeners, where can they find Combat Coffee, Dave?
The easiest place to get it is combatcoffeebean.com, and that will be ordered, and it'll come straight to your home.
I love it. Thank you, Mr. Dave Rafis, the owner of Combat Coffee Bean. Thanks for spending part of your Wednesday morning with us here on The Morning Voice and fueling us with delicious Combat Coffee.
Well, thank you for having me.